Hello, my name is Briar. Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to go over a little bit of the time management technique that I've been using to find time in my day to write and do all the other things that I need to do because my life has been very hectic, work has been very demanding, and working from home means that the separation of work time and non-work time is basically non-existent, and also the place where I do all of my writing and creative work is at my desk, which is the same place I do all of my making money work. So trying to find the balance of working time and not working time, and also being able to estimate how much I'm actually going to be able to dedicate towards writing and conserving my energy for writing versus using it to do all sorts of other crazy wild things like, I don't know, mocking up things on Canva that I'm never going to use or finish. That's been a bad habit that I've fallen into lately, but that's not the point. Ramble. So today's video, I want to share with you the tools that I've used to figure out how I can better use my time. Basically, in the month of August, I became very overwhelmed with what I was being asked to do for work. And I basically ended up working on call way more than I probably should have. The first thing I wanted to do when September started was figure out a workable schedule of dedicated work time where, excluding emergencies and things that need my attention, this is time where I'm going to have all of my work apps and browsers open, and I'm going to focus on finishing my work during that time period. And outside of that time, I can close all of that and just have notifications on my phone in order to not miss anything important, but also to be able to then use outside of that time to focus on creating things like filming videos. In order to build that schedule, I spent 1 week tracking my time. It was an average week. There weren't so many meetings like I have this week, and there weren't so many external factors dedicating my work day and pulling me from one place to another. So I decided to track my time in a bit of a different way that appeals to my creative brain. I couldn't find anything exactly like what I wanted, so I went onto Canva and I mocked up a little time tracker sheet that looks like this. Usually you see these in their like habit trackers, so there's like 31 and you track the 31 days of completing habits, but I wanted to use it to track the hours in a day. So what I did is I had the 5 bands are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and around is the hours on the clock starting from 1 a.m. and just going to midnight. So for a week, I would use highlighters to color code the schedule of when I was working, when I was sleeping, when I was writing, when I did workout things, when I did hygiene things, and just physically taking care of myself, like taking a shower, eating food, all of those things. And I added 2 little blank spots over here so that I could just add in during the week what I ended up spending a lot of time on, which ended up being a lot of like household chores that I didn't account for. At the end of my tracking week, my tracker went from looking like this to looking like this. And it's kind of crazy chaos, but it makes sense to me because like the light blue is when I was sleeping, the orange is like my lounge time in the afternoon, evenings after work, purple is when I was working, green is when I was doing, human function things like eating, showering, taking care of my appearance and my body. Pink is for when I was working out. It got kind of messy. I added in yellow for when I was writing, and there's not a whole lot of that in here, but it is in there. Kind of. And then I was able to kind of synthesize, like, this is, on average, I noticed that around 9 a.m. I was stepping away from my computer more, so I built that into a break time. I noticed that around 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I was done. I was mentally done. I was checking out of work. I wasn't doing anything else. And I also was trying to build in more time for taking care of myself, like meals. Meals are important, and I didn't really have a dedicated meal time, so I just built that in from noon to 1. And I looked at when I was waking up, when I was getting breakfast, working out, all the things that needed to be done, and I built out another Canva pretty new schedule of my ideal work week. And I want to note, this ideal week is really only for September. I will reevaluate it in October and see what needs to be changed based on how much time I'm dedicating to work and how much time I'm dedicating to other things. I will reevaluate it based on if I find that I need more schedule on the weekends, because right now this is only my work week, Monday through Friday. My weekends are free and easy. I can do whatever I want. I'm trying to spend more time writing on the weekends, but I'm not scheduling anything. So what I did is I made my pretty ideal week on Canva, and this is what it looks like. So the colors, again, my printer is weird. It printed the colors funky, and it is what it is, but so the blue is like taking care of my body. Orange at the bottom is red, orange at the bottom is my break time. Orange is like chores or break or whatever. And then I've made myself little blocks of yellow that are just like 30-minute chunks every day for writing. And that's also the time that I'm using to film and edit and all these things. So yeah, there's not a whole lot of time in my life for that, but all of these purple blocks are dedicated to work, and got my workout time in the morning, trying to get up. And basically these are like not so much firm schedules as they are time blocks, where within that period of time I would like to have these things done. So I got a 45-minute block at the top for working out. I'm not going to work out for 45 minutes every day, but within that 45-minute time block, I would like to get 20 to 30 minutes of activity in there. And within this hour-and-a-half time block, I would like to be mostly working. It's not like this is the firm, this is what I have to be doing at all of these times. Because, for example, tomorrow, I know that I'm going to be working basically through lunch and all the way till 4:15, which is way longer than I want, but needs must when I'm working with people in different time zones. And so a lot of this is just gonna be, it's all gonna be work. I'm gonna be moving these breaks around. I'm gonna be trying to find different times to do my writing during the day, because I know that specifically at this time I have a meeting. So I created this time blocked ideal schedule, and I'm trying to fit my life within those confines, which is difficult. But so far, I've found a lot of joy in having that structure in my life that I didn't previously have. And I'm enforcing that structure by having this pinned up on my wall. And I also have alarms that go off at the time that I'm supposed to be shifting on my phone, so that I can see and know what I'm supposed to be doing at that time. It doesn't mean that I am immediately going to stop whatever I'm doing and go do the thing at that time that the alarm goes off. It just means that this is the time block I set aside for this, and I would like to do those things now. And if it means that I have to wrap up work and continue working for 10 minutes before I can do that, then I try to adjust it that way. But these are the time blocks that I'm setting up to help me get the things done that I want to get done. So now that I've taken a blank week, color-coded it, and made it chaotic, reflecting my life, and then made it pretty, my goal now is to take a list of things that I know that I want to do and make it even easier for me to pick out during my writing time. I'm going to build my character bio. During my writing time, I'm going to write this scene. During my chores/break time, I'm going to start my laundry. And just having a list like that through the day to help me move forward and do things during these times, instead of setting all of these things up and then completely forgetting about them later. Because I think the key for me in making this kind of schedule useful is having the alarms on my phone that tell me when the time of the schedule is changing, when I am moving from work to break. Having an alarm that goes off, it's just a little beep on my phone to tell me, hey, move on. Stop hyper-focusing on whatever it is that you think is so important right now, because it's probably not. And at the end of my workday, I will make a list of things that I didn't get done that need to be pushed till tomorrow, and I will sweep all that aside, close all my browsers, and do something else, like film a video. And I am hopeful that this schedule will help me get things done in September instead of being overwhelmed and always feeling like there's so much to do and not enough time. Because I'm making the time. I have a timed block to do the things that I want to do. It might only be 30 minutes a day, but during my evening breaks, when I'm done with work and done with all the things, like 4 o'clock, my schedule kind of ends. So after 4 o'clock, I have space to do more things. And I'm hopeful that I'll be able to continue on with this and readjust as needed. Like I said, this is just my plan for September, so this schedule will look very different in October. This schedule will look way different in November when I'm trying to build in a lot more writing blocks in order to get 50K in the month of November, because I'm definitely doing NaNoWriMo. And I am excited to see how this will progress for me. So how is this working so far? I made my time tracking week at the end of August. So last week was the first week of September, and it was my first week of attempting to follow this schedule. So I've only done it for 1 week, but so far I have written 3,000 words, and that's not a lot. That's not a lot at all, especially when I would be able to write 3,000 words in an hour sitting. But for finding the 30-minute time to write every day and setting that aside and making that important, I managed to write 3,000 words, which is progress. Because last month I wrote 0 words, basically, every week. And I filmed and uploaded a video last week. And I'm filming this video now to be uploaded this week. And I have actually been doing really well with work and leaving things behind and not overworking myself. I've gotten all my chores done. My room is clean. My laundry is done. The kitchen is clean. The kitchen is never clean. But I've gotten all these things done, and I'm hopeful that I will be able to maintain this schedule moving forward at least most days, which is kind of my always goal, is to do it more often than not. So more often than not, I'm following this schedule and I'm getting things done. And it's exciting to me to be able to be back on that ramp up to doing things and finishing things. And I'm excited to see what's coming next. So that was just a quick little update about how I'm moving forward and finding time to write, even if it is only 30 minutes a day. And even if that writing time is sometimes co-opted by writing a script and filming a video. So thank you so much. My dogs are desperate for attention, so I have to go give them some love. I hope that you've enjoyed this, and if you're interested in how I'm continuing to track my time and make my life more productive, but not in the toxic productivity kind of way, follow along and hopefully I'll have more videos about more updates with more writing content instead of trying to figure out my life content. Hopefully one day I will no longer be trying to figure out my life and I will actually be using my time to write. So thank you for sticking with me, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Let me know if there's any tips or tricks that you have about getting things done when you don't have any time, because that's basically what this is about. Getting things done when I feel like I don't have time. I have a lot of time, I just don't have the energy to do it. Okay, anyway, that's a different video. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next one.